Okay. Yeah. Well, to show you how closing average really works, I know SFR is vital, and to call upon the right people is important. So you could not only shrink your average, your ratio, but also increase productivity, increase your sales, and increase your profit, right? I was working for this company one time, and they wanted to make 100 calls a day, which I think it's, 100 phone calls, it's okay, right? But because CRM system, the way that their CRM system was laid out, I don't know if most people have this, maybe most companies do have this. The CRM system laid out, which is a whole bunch of companies just randomly in it. So you just dial, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an order like that. So you just dial and keep dialing, right? I didn't think that was smart because, there were companies there with companies that was in there with 2 people, and then there are companies with 1,000 people. The problem with that is that the company with 2 or 3 people, they're like waste of time, right? Because they don't have, either one, maybe don't have the money to buy the product that I'm selling, or 2, don't have the product that I'm looking to buy. So I remember one day I decided to call the bigger companies first, because they didn't want me to call them first. They wanted to just randomly call. But anyways, I said, okay, this is a waste of time for me. I need to be productive. And so what I've done is that I started calling the companies first, and I came across in one of these calls a manufacturer and reps. And we had a good thing going, and we're talking and we're sharing conversation and having a good time. And then he said to me, you know what, you're a good guy. I got a referral, I got a guy for you who I can refer you to. And it so happened to be that there's this big company, I remember in Quebec City. It's one of the huge companies in Quebec City, and he gave me the head guy. And I called the guy up, and I told him, I said, I was referred to you by Mike, and he said to give you a call, and you might be looking for some products. And this is what we do, and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, the end results of this is that it ended up into a $1.2 million deal, which was very, very awesome. And I felt good, of course. I get a pretty good commission too out of that. The beauty about this, or the lesson about this, is that if I didn't take the initiative to start calling these bigger companies, or focusing on the more qualified, that I think is more qualified leads, then I wouldn't have gotten that deal. Somebody else would have get the deal. But because my timing was right, because I've chosen to focus on qualified leads, it created the timing. It made the timing right. Everything was right. And it led to that. So the point is, don't just throw enough garbage against the wall and hope some will stick. Do some stuff in purpose. Bottom line is, as a salesperson, is that if you're making commissions, you gotta make money. And the only way to really make money is to sell the people with the money. And those ones with the money won't have any problems buying your product. Not if they need it, but if it has a little bit of need, but if they want the product from you. They see somewhere where this product will benefit me in my company, in my business, to generate some level of profit. So take the initiative and call the qualified leads, or meet the qualified customers. No matter how high you think they're up on the totem pole, it doesn't really matter. They're still human beings. They still feel the same thing you feel and I feel. Call them up. Go see them. Make an appointment. I promise you, when you're direct and you're out front and you have no problems calling on a client, that executive will see you. They'll sit down and talk to you. You just got to say the right things for him to give you the time to sit down and chat with you for a minute. Go do it.